Are you nuts?
Thank you.
Thank you. this song. can't hear nothing. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Hello. Music a little bit too loud.
I love this song.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Umpa Knock Entertainment. We are live with my boy Ghambit, the man of the hour.
Yes.
On Let's Talk About It podcast.
We're here. Episode 9.
Episode 9, man. Live and direct.
We almost got the little 10 piece.
Oh, shit.
The little 10 clips gonna be nice.
We're almost at a dime, guys.
Almost at that 10 pack. Scoot in, one scoot. That makes sense. Don't do that to the chair. Doesn't break it like this one. Hey, this dude's gotta have a record of the most metal chairs broken. This dude's breaking chairs like a WWE fighter. There we go. Boom. Now we both. Nice centered.
All right. Yeah.
Nice and centered.
Gotta make room for my leg to squeeze in there and shit.
There we go. All right. Boom skis. All right, there we go.
Oh, fuck. Man, that was a mission and a half right there. Shit.
We need to get this full fucking ladder to get.
Got me doing the splits and shit. I think I just smashed one of my nuts. Cali Winter, what's up, brother? What's going on? Make sure if you guys are watching us on a TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram, you guys hit that link and watch us live on YouTube.
Yes. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Here, let me bring up the chat.
Yeah, bust that.
What we got here? Boom.
Okay. We are live, guys. We are live on
Your
YouTube.
massage therapist is in our chat.
Yeah. Hey, Ling Ling. How's it going, Ling Ling? I miss you. Long time.
We got Diane Rodriguez. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's up, Diane? What's going on? Umpa said, bow to me like I'm Master Sheep. Damn. Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I like how you have the picture I took of you, Ling Ling, while you were giving me a foot massage.
Hey, that looked super relaxing.
Oh, dude, it was, man. It was the best.
You know, and that's how I like. You know, I can't be mad at this dude. Like, I always give him shit for being such a princess coming over here, right? And like, I can't be mad at him because he does such fucking bougie shit, like getting a foot massage from an Asian lady. I can't really.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, it's part of the lifestyle, you know.
Yeah. Well, who else am I gonna get a massage by? Shit. Lucky Luciano over here.
Hopefully not. I don't think.
Shit,
he's
man.
there just for production. For production.
It'd be pretty awkward if he was starting to suck on my toes. And shit.
No. What's good luck?
Massage for you?
The nipple man. Brittany, what's up, Brittany?
Yeah,
What's the word?
Man, shout out to my girl Brittany, man. She brought us so I was doing a big move in LA on Sunday, and she came through and brought us some nice cold waters and some sandwiches.
Fire. That's good after like you do
Thank you.
You know, like after you do a hike or something, just water and sandwiches are usually the best for whatever reason. I love sandwiches. I always get a sandwich and I do a long ass hike, and at the end, you know, like I do like a 24 miler. And then at the end, you just like dude, halfway through, it's 12 miles halfway through to Maple Falls.
Yeah.
And then when you do that, you're just like, dang, like a sandwich for whatever reason is different.
Yeah, we did 6 miles of fucking stairs.
Oof.
Up and down. The hardest part was taking the couches up there and the mattresses, bro, man. Yeah, we almost fucking died.
My brother, the good news in the chat was good, bro. He said you be at a youth group tomorrow, bro. Oh, wife, IKEA sandwich, bro. Fire. Yeah, so IKEA does have a food place? I've never been to the actual IKEA store.
IKEA?
Yeah, apparently IKEA has a food
he's talking
court.
about he's talking about IKEA the sandwich place. There's an IKEA sandwich.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
Where?
Right there by Walmart. Oh no, it's Ike's. Ike's. They spell it the same, bro.
Oh, you're such a paisa.
That's what he's talking about.
No.
Hey.
No, so.
The good news. That's what you're talking about, right?
Ike sandwiches, bro.
Yeah, Ike sandwiches.
I mean, I know what Ike sandwiches is, but I know that.
Ike the Dyke.
So at IKEA's, they have a food court just like Costco.
They don't.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah?
I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't think they do. Who would put a food court inside a furniture store?
Because it's huge. It's just
People
like
are
Costco.
gonna eat on furniture and mess it up.
So he was talking about Ike's, but what I'm talking about is
he told you.
IKEA's has a food
he doesn't,
court.
bro.
Watch, let's check.
Nah, you over here messing around and shit.
I love this song.
Yeah, that would be like the dumbest thing to do. People are gonna want to eat on brand new furniture and shit. Fuck that.
People ask this question.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, IKEA has a food court.
And it's actually what? IKEA does have
Most IKEA stores have two main food areas, a restaurant and a bistro. I love being fucking right.
Damn.
Especially with douchebags like this trying to make me look dumb.
That's crazy. I would never do that.
Why not?
Because people are gonna eat on the brand new furniture.
They're not gonna eat brand new furniture. You go to IKEA's because it takes all day, and you know, just like you go to Costco and it takes a while to go through Costco. And you want to have.
I go in and get what I need and I come out.
You never have Costco food. Don't lie.
The samples. Yeah.
Oh man, like actual Costco food, like you go out and have
like a hot dog and a pizza.
Yeah, hot dog, pizza.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But I take that shit to go. I don't sit there and eat it. What the fuck?
Well, sometimes I sit there, especially after you've been on your feet all the whole time. You want to sit there.
I'm too busy to sit down and eat right there at Costco.
Nah, I'm chilling. But good news. I might go to a youth group to help them tomorrow. I'm not sure. West up with it, fellas. Tapping in from Madera, California. That's my brother.
Shout out to the 559.
And Lecheto, man. Yeah.
What is that? 559 or 209? Madera.
Madera's 559.
Oh, is it? Okay.
The 55. Yeah, right here. The 559 area. Hit them likes. Yeah.
Yeah, hit them
He's
likes.
the one. He's the brother that I was telling him about the Greedo show that he should pull up on you.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and make it out there if this fool like got room in his car, but I don't know. It's a mission to go out to.
I'm staying out there.
Yeah, it's a mission to go out there.
Yeah, I'm staying out there.
The
Cheech Marie, what's up?
Diana.
Tequila Festival is set to take place at Chachansey Park in Fresno, May 17th at 4:30. Okay. May 17th. Ooh,
Cheech Marie.
Yeah.
I'm literally I was supposed to take a break
that day. I think
I was supposed to take a break from alcohol 2 weeks ago, which I did for like a week, and then I had to do a stream. I had a bad week, so I had to do a stream on Friday. So I had some drinks that day, and then I'm having drinks tonight because I get my stove. I get a new stove on Wednesday, so I get to start meal prepping again. So I'm gonna do a final stream on Friday where I play music on Chatter and on Kick, and then I'm gonna take a break from alcohol until July. So
break, huh?
Yeah, it's cool. But I haven't smoked weed for over a month now, and it's been very difficult. I ain't gonna lie, but I did it, through the grace of God.
Yeah, there you go. That's dope.
It's been a little harder. It's been a little hard to sleep though. The sleeping part is a little difficult.
No way. I sleep like a baby.
But
I don't drink every day. I never drink.
No, I'm talking about smoking.
Oh, smoking? Nah, I can't smoke.
Yeah, see, the smoking for me, like,
against my religion right now.
Well, like, I smoked tough since I was like a teenager.
Oh, okay.
It's the only time I ever quit smoking was when I was in jail, and that was like in my early 20s, and I've smoked weed ever since, and and so it's been so once I passed the 2-month threshold, it'll be the longest I've ever gone without smoking weed. So
okay.
With Ludacris and Busta Rhymes, Nina Sky. Ooh,
that sounds fun.
Various artists. This is in May, bro. Lil Wayne and Juvenile is going to hit Stockton also next month. I'm down to see Lil Wayne and Juvenile. See the Hot Boys. That'd be fire.
Pumbaa, are you nuts?
So, Umpa, so how's everything been? I noticed you did a whole delivery to LA. That's where you got the sandwiches. You said,
Yeah. They weren't no IKEA sandwiches though. No, it was.
I mean, I know you got your moving business, but I didn't know you did like. Obviously, if it's somebody here that has to move down there, but I didn't know. I wasn't aware that you do deliveries all the way.
Yeah, no, I do them all over. We've
is that the furthest you've ever had to move somebody?
No, the furthest we've done was we done Arizona, we done Washington, Oregon.
Fire.
Yeah.
When I decide to move to LA, I'm gonna hit you up.
Yeah. Let me know, man.
It'd be like a little group trip. I have a homie actually helping me move.
Just don't be on the damn third floor, man.
Nah. If I do, it's gonna be a elevator.
Yeah.
Wait, so you guys are on the third floor with no elevator?
No, bro.
Hell no. What the hell kind of fucking third
Dude,
floor?
and the stairs were so awkward, bro. It was a mish to get furniture up there. The couches and the bed, the mattresses was crazy.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Yeah, I don't know how we did it.
I'm going.
Blocks.
I'm already going. I already got my tickets. You know, there's this dope.
Get my ticket too.
There's this dope Christian artist named Brandon Lake. He just did a song with Jelly Roll. This is probably my favorite Christian rock artist, and he just announced his tour. His tickets go on sale for San Jose on 4/20. So I think I'm gonna buy tickets for that. It's in November.
Oh, okay.
Super lit. I'm sure you've heard his music. If you go to you say you go to Venture, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, they definitely play Brandon Lake there.
Okay.
He does a song called Graves of Gardens, Gratitude, a lot of like really well-known Christian music that people play in the church. Like he does, and he's got a concert November 15th or 16th in San Jose. One day he's in San Jose, the next day he's in Sacramento. So it's the November 15th and 16th. You know, Sacramento, San Jose. Let me see. Ling Ling said, take something that lowers cortisol, like Sleep Tonight maybe that is she talks like an Asian person. She types like take them an hour before bed.
No, you just don't know how to read, bro.
No, she said take something that blocks
because when you're reading it with an accent.
Like Sleep Tonight by Nature Way.
Let me see, how do I flip this?
So yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
Sleep Tonight. I got some. What's that shit? Starts with an M.
Meth.
No, that keeps you up.
Not if it's got hella cut.
Melatonin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got some of that.
Yeah, I got some melatonin.
I got that in a spray. So I spray my pillows.
Pillow? Ooh.
Yeah.
See, I got lavender.
I spray my pillows and my blankets. Oh, sleep like a baby.
Really?
Bro.
I got lavender.
And I wake up smelling good.
I got lavender for that. That's what I'm probably gonna do. Spray lavender and eat melatonin.
I got lavender from my jacuzzi.
Yeah, you know lavender makes you sleep too.
And it makes your house smell good.
Jesse said, "Man, melatonin." Everyone said melatonin.
Yeah, melatonin.
Thanks, y'all. You're making me feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
So I've been talking off and on for the last year and a half. I've been talking to this girl from the UK.
Okay.
Beautiful girl, sweet. But here, actually, give me another White Claw.
Oh shit! Oh, he's gonna get in his feelings right now.
Yeah, I mean, like me and her, we've got close. We've like shared a lot of time.
You guys met in person?
Not yet.
Oh,
we're already planning for me to go out there this summer. And then she was planning to come out here every 4 months. She
sounds pretty serious.
Yeah, but the thing is like,
spit it out, bro.
It's one of those things that seems a little too good to be true, right? Which is like, and when I say that, is like the way that she talks. It's like she's saying everything I want to hear. And like when you say everything I want to hear, I'm always just like, I don't know. And then there's like kind of these like double standards that I don't rock with, you know. So I told her like, this is gonna like, I can't be with somebody that does these double standards, things, you know. So she's like, well, I'm willing to like compromise or whatever. But today, she's like, I hit her up, and I'm like, yo, I hit you up, like where I hit you up, like what's good? I just got out the gym, and then she's like, are you here yet, baby?
Oh,
I was like, what?
Damn.
I was like, what do you? I was like, what?
Definitely not for you.
Yeah, and I was like, who's this? Who's this for? And then she's like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm here with my sister. Would you think I'm here with some guy? And then I was like, well, what did you mean by this? She's like, I'm not gonna answer that. That's so dumb. Like, I was like,
she was getting mad because she got caught.
I was like, you got. And then it turned into a whole crash out where she was gaslighting me. Where she was gaslighting me, trying to tell me that she's gaslighting me, telling me that that I'm messed up for even questioning her or asking her that question. And then she's like, and she even took a picture of her sister. You know, I'm cool with her sister too. I've been on FaceTime with her and her sister, and like, you know, like, and I was like, bro, like, just be straight up. Like, why are you lying? I was like, you're making yourself seem even more guilty by gaslighting me and trying to blatantly lie. I was like, you can't answer that question.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't have any guys here. I was like, that's not what I'm asking you. What I'm asking you is, what did you mean by this? If you messed up, explain the context of what you were explaining. She's like, I'm not even going to answer this. I'm not even going to answer this. This is so, she's like, you just want problems. You're just trying to cause problems. And I'm just like, bro, I was like, bro, you're gaslighting me. I was like, I'm not this dumb. You know what I mean? And the thing is, like, I super like her, all that shit. We're super cool. We've had a great conversations, hours on FaceTime. I've met her sister. I've met her brother. You know what I mean? I briefly met her mom, and, you know, she just tries. She's, you know, which I also get it, like, because I get mad at her, and I'll block her for like, like a month and not talk to her for a month. And on her birthday, which was yesterday, I just called her and I unblocked her off everything to just tell her happy birthday, you know? And then she's just been calling me and wanting to talk to me and all that stuff. So I've been talking to her. So I wouldn't be mad, honestly, if she would just straight up and be like, you know what? Like, I had set up a date because I thought we weren't going to talk. And he set up the date weeks ago, and, you know, like, if she would just straight up, even if she would told me like, hey, I'm gonna go on this date tonight, I would, bro, I'm over here. You know what I mean? Just so I'm not mad at that, because realistically, if a girl asks me out, I'm gonna go on a date, or if I find an attractive girl, I'm gonna go on a date. So so
you guys, it was kind of like an open relationship?
Not really, but it's like, I tell her, if you want to date guys, I understand that you're all the way over there and I'm all the way over here.
So you wouldn't get sad?
But you're okay.
No.
You're opening up her doors for other men.
I am because
you kind of got butthurt when she.
No, I'm okay now that we're here, and if I'm being straight up, because I don't want to be a liar.
Yeah.
No, because I did go on dates, and you know what I mean. I did go on dates, and I was on dates, and I have spoke to other women and
men
stuff. You know what I mean? But like, I'm you know, I'm not gonna be a liar, and I'm also like, just be real with me, because I'm a grown ass man, and I'm not gonna be hurt. I'd much rather her respect me and tell me, instead of lying to my face and then gaslighting me like I'm crazy for asking that question. You know what I mean?
But if you were doing your thing, why would you even question her that question? Why would you question her?
Because you're calling somebody else baby, and then you're lying to me, telling me you're the only guy that I talk to this way, and that I send pictures to, and this. So.
But if you know you're out here dating, why would you even trip?
Because I'm honest with her, and she's not. I'm just. I'm just about the honesty. Honesty.
So you wouldn't have been all sad if she would have told you.
No, that's what I'm saying right now. If she would have, I'm more upset that she didn't. That she tried lying about it instead of just being straight up.
Yeah.
Because if you're just fucking straight up with me, you know what I mean? I don't get hurt. You know what I mean? You're far away. I've never met you in person. We've only had, you know, I mean, we've spent hours, like on her birthday, on Valentine's Day, we spent hours on the phone. You know what I mean? On my birthday, we spent hours on the phone. Like, that's like our thing, you know?
Yeah.
holidays, all that. Like that's what we do. You know what I mean? Because we can't obviously be together. So on Valentine's Day, we're together on FaceTime all day. You know, and so that's just our relationship. So you know, I understand. The thing is like I understand we hadn't spoke for a month. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because we were mad. I was mad at you. I blocked you on all social media, and then you. But the thing is that you weren't honest. You blatantly lied, and you're being sneaky, and you know, like
that's what pissed you off,
right? Yeah. Just be straight up. I'm asking you. I'm giving you an out to just be honest with me, and instead you're still trying to fucking lie to me, and that's bullshit. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Like pretty much trying to lie over something. It was a white lie. Like you could just be honest about it. Just be real.
I think you got to get closer to the mic.
Oh,
there you go. Yeah.
Just be real about it.
Yeah, I couldn't hear him when he was talking right now.
Yeah, I mean, literally all I was asking, just be real about it. Yeah. Don't, and then what pissed me off even more is gaslighting me into thinking
nobody's there and all this.
Like I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Like I'm tripping for asking you this and wondering if you're lying to me. Yeah. And then you're even going even deeper in the lie by further lying to me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what I've noticed on females. They get mad when they get caught.
Certain females, bro.
Yeah.
They're very. They don't want to be wrong.
Like shit.
They don't want to be wrong. They always want to be right.
Take it. I mean, every time I've gotten caught up, I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, right. I'm sorry." Like, what's for dinner?
Jesse asks, "Does not smoking make you crave shrooms?" Yes. Yes, it does. What part of the UK she's from? She's from London. She's from London.
She's from Tijuana.
Nah, she's
PJ,
huh? Like,
Cam artist.
I'm down to date a Mexican girl, right. But I think
those are the best.
I want to date like either a black girl, a Puerto Rican girl, Dominican girl.
You want an exotic chick?
Yeah, something that I'm not. You know what I mean? Like Mexican girls are so predictable.
What do they call them? Fucking.
And I don't know. Yeah, it's like
something's not.
And white girls, they have this weird complex where they feel like they're saving you, even if you're like you may be doing better in life than them, but they'll always have this complex, like, oh, my little beaner, like, you know what I mean? Like they have this complex that they're the savior complex, they call it. You know what I mean? Like they're doing you a favor by dating you. You know?
Crazy. Yeah.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Makes me mad.
Dude, so I was doing yard work, bro, and I don't know what plant fucking hit my hand, but it's been fucking itching for like 2 days.
Oh, grass just does that.
Yeah.
It's irritation for sure. Bro.
Yeah. I don't know.
Grass. Our bodies are not meant to be that exposed to grass. Just go to Costa Rica and get a tan.
Oh yeah.
I've been getting a tan just being outside. You can't tell because of the lights, but I've been getting pretty tan. Not as dark as this motherfucker.
I get tan doing my yard work.
Honestly, it's always the best way to go. Better to be hurt than with the truth than alive. Facts. I don't get, and I'm a grown ass man, bro. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my God, you hurt my. It's like, bro, like, just be real. Like, be honest. We're grown people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to, I gave her the out. I told her, if you want to date guys, I get it. You're over there. I'm over here.
Do your thing.
Like, do your thing, and I'm going to do my thing. And let me.
Need some vitamin D in her life.
Yeah, and let me go over there. Okay. And you might not even like me when you meet me in person.
Yeah.
Where I annoy you because I'm an obnoxious person, and you might not even rock with me in person. Like,
you might not dig your 14 karat teeth.
A long relationship before too, bro. So I feel you. It's like a pen pal,
At the moment, and we have the honeymoon stage until we really meet in person. Like, I might not be able to stand her.
Shit,
there's times where I have to block her for like a month at a time because she gets overwhelmingly like hyper. She gets super possessive. She'll be in my chat of this, or she'll be in the chat of the kick, and she'll be texting me like, "You better tell those girls you got a girl." And then, like, I'm just like, "What
crazy.
the fuck?" Like, and girls are just like being like, "Oh, you're doing great," or "Oh, I love this song," and they'll be like, she'll be like, "Who is this girl? Like, why does she feel comfortable talking?" I'm like, "It's just a girl. Like, what the fuck?"
You think I know her like that?
Damn, like that? Huh? She's psycho.
She's psycho, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She's what's the word?
Yeah, I
ain't gonna lie, but she's sexy. That's kind of like sexy. I like that. Like, be crazy for me. You know,
I had a long distance relationship too, but
I'm not over.
She lived with me.
Angel Martinez. Oh, my homie, man. What's up, Angel? Hey, what's up, homies? All the way from Chi-Town, man. There's nothing wrong with having friends long distance if you're single. Yeah, facts. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, homie.
A little new pictures here and there won't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely got my dick pics. That's a fact. She definitely got those pics, and I've definitely got pics of her. But you know, again, bro, I'm a mature man. You know, I'm enough to be like, you know, I already in my head was like, she's got to be seen other. She's beautiful, so she's got to be seen other dudes. And she in her head, she keeps asking me like, are you know, you wouldn't be talking to other girls, right? Because I don't talk to other guys, and like always asking me, and I'm just like, you know, I'm like,
playing that mind game with you.
And again, just be honest. I gave you an out by telling you. You know what I mean? Just be honest, like, you know what I mean? And asking her, like, what do you mean by this? Yeah. And she kept changing the topic. And I'm like, bro, okay, that's cool. But I'm asking you, give context to what you said here. No, but like, so you're thinking there's a guy here. I'm not asking you that. What did you mean by, hey, baby, are you here yet? What did you mean by that? Can you just explain that to me? And she just could not answer it. So I'm like, all right, look it. I'm blocking you again.
Does she call her sister baby, though? Like, whenever you
crazy.
No. Her sister was right in the room with her. She took a picture of her sister and she sent it to me.
That was her co-defendant.
And her sister's like, what? Like in the back, I'm like, bro, I know both of y'all. Y'all are conniving together. And she knows when her sister gets there because she sees her sister, because like her they live in this big ass house in London, and her room is on the sidewalk side of the floor. So she would see her sister walking. Every time her sister gets home, she can see her sister walking in front of the window because her window faces the street. So she watches her sister get in front, and then she'll be, oh, my sister's here, and then she'll be like, oh, I can hear her coming in, and you know what I mean. So she wouldn't be asking her that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not dumb. I was born in the day, not today or yesterday. Yeah. Well, if you guys make that commitment not to and just see each other, that's a different story. Yeah, but that's, you know, again, just be honest. Just honesty.
Yeah.
The fuck is it hard to be honest? Like, why lie?
Yeah. Hey, Deanne, I use Suavecito. She asked what kind of soap I use for my laundry. She said I smell good, or was she talking to you?
I don't know.
Huh.
I've never hooked up with a Diane.
Oh, we never hooked up either. I don't know how she smelled me. Through the camera? Are you stalking me?
Let me see, maybe.
Ling Ling, what are you doing, Ling Ling?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, what are we talking about?
A moment of silence.
A moment of silence.
How many viewers do we have? 34?
No, right now, that's how many views we have.
Oh, okay.
And mind you, so whenever you see a view on YouTube, it's 1 view per person per day.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So they can't be like leaving and coming back and it marks it twice.
Okay.
We've already had 34 people come in here. That's pretty fire.
8? Okay.
Yeah, 8 is our current versus concurrent.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yep. So, Umpa,
Yo.
what do you feel about my situation?
Bro, that shit is crazy. I wouldn't, first of all, I would never take someone seriously in a long relationship like that. If it was a few hours, yeah, it's cool.
Or maybe if we met in person, right?
Yeah, if we met in person, and we see each other a lot, at least every 2 weeks or something, I mean, but yeah, I wouldn't be able to do a long distance relationship.
Crazy.
Hell no.
That's difficult, bro.
Yeah, I need to get my loving at least.
Me too. You know, I'm like a physical person.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I kept telling her, like, and you know, because you know, she'd be like, man, you like get distant, and it's just like I require physical affection, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And I don't, you know, like my whole life, I've just always required physical affection. Like, I like, you know, having that attention. I like, you know, obviously I'm a man. I like sexuals, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just, but I mean, mostly it's just like the physical attention, like to be able to hug you when I'm having a bad day, to be able to, you know what I mean? Just like, it's sometimes even just sitting there in our presence without even speaking a word.
Just
means
admiring that person, bro.
Yeah.
Your trophy. You know, we're just having each other's company.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes we don't even got to speak a word to each other. You could be on your side of the bed, I'm going to be on my side of the bed. We might not even say a word to each other, but just being in each other's presence means a lot.
Real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel that.
No, yeah. Why don't you switch to Twitch?
Twitch and Streamlabs, bro.
Yeah, now I got a new computer. We might do simultaneous streaming on Twitch, Rumble, and all that shit. But the YouTube there's nothing better than YouTube when it comes to like this type of content.
Spotify.
Yeah, we're gonna be able to chop up these podcasts and then upload them to Spotify and all that. But there's literally no reason for us to be doing this type of content on Twitch. I'm getting a new gaming computer, and then I'll be doing like video games on there where I'll be streaming myself talking shit and playing Call of Duty. But we ain't really trying to do no podcasts on Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch.
Yeah.
Hey, they even do lives on Pornhub too, bro. You get live on Pornhub, do a podcast on Pornhub.
Adriana Perez said, tell them about the massage I got in Santa Cruz. That's Adriana Perez said that.
Oh, she got a massage in Santa Cruz, huh?
Who's this?
Damn.
You know her?
What kind of massage?
The one? Is it the one I gave you?
Is it the one over there in Bay?
You talking about the one I gave you or what?
The Well Within.
Have you tried looking for a church wife?
Yeah, so that's pretty much, you know, this was like my last attempt at dating outside of the church. And if anything, this taught me, another thing, like, you know, just full disclosure, because I'm just going to be 100% honest on this pod.
Oh.
Because I respect him because he's been super honest on this pod, but she's Muslim. So, being a Christian.
She probably has a bush.
Muslim, bro.
No. She definitely does not.
Oh,
no,
man.
she's very well taken care of.
And she's not fully Muslim then.
She's all natural.
What do you mean? Like,
natural women.
They don't shave. Muslims don't
Muslim
shave.
Women are.
Yeah, they don't shave.
Yes, they do.
Natural.
Yeah, they don't shave. They don't use deodorant. They don't do.
No, you guys are 1,000% wrong.
That's part of the religion, bro.
Yeah, it's part of the religion,
you guys have not read the Quran and don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No. Even the men are not allowed to be.
Jinx Mace was a Muslim for a while.
Why do you think?
That's how I know, because she wouldn't use that. Yeah.
Dude, trust me. They're the most upkept. It's against their religion not to be upkept and clean. Like, that's why the women shave. The women are super clean. They have to. The deodorants are they gotta be halal or whatever. Like, they gotta be like able to be used, but they are very, very, they're like clean.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not in Christian religion to be clean, or so there's going to be dirty Christian girls and all that, but Muslims got to be clean. It's like their biggest thing. That's what they eat clean. They bathe like 3 times a day. They're like super clean. I had a Muslim homie who's the same thing, you know what I mean? So I don't know where y'all got this information. Y'all got information from
I thought that's
Fox News.
You are, bro. Like,
no, there's like super clean, like super like.
That's part of. I thought that was part of the religion being all natural. Like,
no, that's Rastafarians. Them fools, they stink. They smell like armpit. But, you know, like, no, Muslims are super duper like clean. They gotta like bathe like multiple times a day. They gotta like, they're super duper clean.
To the chat.
I know what Adriana was talking about. She's talking about the message she got in Santa Cruz.
Oh, message.
Yeah, I was like, massage? What massage?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so she was telling me about her dude. She's talking to some guy, and this guy started getting all crazy on her, talking about because she never has time for him. Because she's always with her kids doing her kid stuff, and so he got all buttered. He's like, "Why you always picking your kids over me?" Like,
oh, that's trash.
That's kind of fucked up. Yeah,
I would look at her funny if she didn't.
Yeah, no, yeah. So yeah, he was a piece of shit for that.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen. Oh, so there's this new movie.
Right, Adriana, is that what you're talking about?
There's this new movie called Drop. And a drop is a girl, she's in a restaurant and she keeps getting these airdrops. And it's like all like they're threatening her and like she keeps like checking her phone, and the dude was all thoughtful, and he like brought her son, it was the first time she was out. She's a single mom. It's the first time she was out without her son, and so he was all thoughtful. He's like, no, like I know you gotta, So, she was getting threatened, and then they said, don't tell your date that I'm threatening you or whatever. And then like there's this moment where she's like, I know it's like stressful. I can't tell you what's going on, but like I'm just stressed out. And he's just like super like caring. You know what I mean? That's the way you're supposed to be. It is like, it'd be fucking weird if you're like dating. One thing's about knowing, if you know what you're getting yourself into, you're dating a girl that has got kids. And if you're dating a girl that's got kids, you should be able to understand that she's making time for her kids. But if you're lying and you're not making time for your kids and you're actually somewhere else and you're using that as an excuse, that's on you being a scumbag, because you're using your kids as an excuse and you're using your kids to lie, which makes you a scumbag. Because you should just be able to be honest, especially if you're dating somebody. You should be able to be honest and be like, hey, like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, But if you're using your kids, there's a difference. So if your kids are your excuse, that's one thing. But if you're using your kids as an excuse, and that's not really the case. If you're out with Umpa Knock in Santa Cruz and you're like, I can't meet up because, I'm watching my kids, and then he's tripping. You know what I mean? That'd be another thing. Then y'all are both in the wrong. Him for wrongfully assuming, and you for lying and using your kids as an excuse. You know what I mean?
Right? Hey, but she was working.
But she used her kids as an excuse?
Nah. She was working.
Let me see.
She working on?
She helps me out with a door, scanning tickets and stuff.
TikTok Live is not a better platform. Not at all. You also use Amazon Live. I'm not doing that.
Amazon Live? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Amazon Live? I didn't even know they had that. What the shit?
YouTube is literally the best platform for podcasting.
Oh, they smell like
live
onions.
Podcasting.
Amazon Live, bro? I would imagine that's like a QVC.
Yeah, that's wild.
Oh, shit. We should go on there and sell jewelry and shit, huh?
Sell dildos.
Yeah, man, whoa.
I'm just joking. They smell like onions.
We'll do
what smells like onions?
The Muslims.
Muslims, no, that's messed up. Muslims and Buddhism are two different
prefer
things.
Not to shower, bro.
All right. So Indians are the people who smell it's because they eat curry, and the spices in curry, the curry spices, they seep through your skin. So that's why. Yeah, that's why why Indians smell like that. Adriana said, yes, I haven't talked to him since.
And good.
That's good.
I wouldn't either.
It is part of their religion. It's an attraction for the women in the Indian culture. The stronger they smell, the more women they attracted to them. The gross, if you ask me. Yeah, Indian people are not all Muslims, and I'm talking about Middle Eastern people. So Middle Eastern people are people from Afghanistan, Iraq, even and this girl, she's Muslim, but she's from Africa. She's from Sudan. She lives in London, but Sudanese women are East African, so yeah, it's different. Muslims are all over the world, for the record. There's Muslims in Europe, there's Muslims in the Middle East, there's Muslims in India, there's Muslims in Asia. They exist all over the world. It is, let me see, nah, bro, that's Jamaica, actually. Yeah, Jamaica is where Rastafarians come from. Y'all better stay educated. Exactly. Please take your own advice.
Oh, they smell more women good.
Hell yeah. So should we react to this video?
Yeah, let's do this video, man. Let's do this video. Right. Adriana with Umpa. Yeah, just blame everything on me. Blame it all on me. So this is what we wanted to talk about today. Let my boy Ghambit right here pull up the video of this prosti.
I don't think she's even a prostitute.
I know, I'm just talking shit.
She might even, if she was a prostitute, she might bring something to the table.
Yeah, right? And she ain't bringing shit to the table but the kids.
That's crazy.
Shit. There was another, dude. There was another video too, but I fucking forgot to save it. Shit.
Twerk on the live.
We can find it.
This girl was all crying on live because she has 3 baby daddies and none of them help her out with her kids. Like, because they're always in and out of prison, so they're never in their life. Like, why are you going after inmates?
Where are you shopping from?
Yeah, that's your fault. Pen pals and shit.
Yeah, it's like, it's the stupidest shit ever because these girls will like.
That, bro, is probably her homie's homie, you know?
Yeah.
Girls will make poor choices and then expect the next man to deal with it. It's so stupid and delusional.
Right?
Yeah. She'll fucking flood him with all this personal information and expect that all of him just to carry all that, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up.
What? Oh, you can't find the video?
Yeah. Give me
what?
This wire. Here.
Give us a minute, guys. Give us a minute.
Hey. What shows you got coming up, Umpa?
Man, I got hella shit lined up. Let me see.
This weekend, though.
Let me look at my schedule. Hold on. Let me pull up my schedule right quick. Let me see. Knock Entertainment. Bam. And let me see.
Umpa's not ever doing anything, bro. He's always doing something.
This fool stays busy.
Always doing something.
All right, so Friday, we got Andre Nicotina and Too Short in Santa Cruz. Saturday, the 19th, we got Andre Nicotina and Spice One in Fresno. April 25th, we got O3 Greedo in Salinas. April 26th, O3 Greedo in Fresno. May 3rd, we got CML in Fresno.
Ooh,
May 10th, we got Amanda Perez in Oceanside. May 16th, we got MB Riders in San Jose. May 30th, Kick the Sneak in Salinas. May 30th, we got O3 Greedo in Modesto. May 31st, Kick the Sneak in Fresno. May 31st, O3 Greedo in San Jose. June 1st, O3 Greedo in Brentwood. June 6th, we got Haiti Baby in Salinas. June 27th, Blake Shelton in Salinas. And also, June 27th, we got D-Lo and Jay Stalin in Salinas for the after party. June 28th, Amanda Perez in Victorville. June 29th, Amanda Perez in Anaheim. July 12th, MC Magic in Palm Springs. August 23rd, MC Magic in Riverside. And September 13th, MC Magic in San Diego.
Hey, big schedule.
And that's what I got so far. We're adding some more stops to some of these shows, but yeah, we staying busy, man. We staying busy.
Love to see it. All right, so here's this this lady went viral, and let's just see what she has to say.
Let's see.
Nothing important, but
yeah, let's see.
Mom of 3 kids. Number 1 is that you need to be making at least $130K a year, and you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make $130K or more, then you are out of my fucking league. How do you expect to give me money for my kids if you only make $50K a year? Second is I don't date men that are younger than me because for obvious reasons. So if you are 26 and over, then you qualify. 26 to 35 is the age limit. Okay, I feel like 35 is pushing it because they look old as fuck already. Oh, I'm 26. I'm a baby. So yeah, you have to have
a baby with 3 babies, huh?
Under your name. Your second car has to
cars?
have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. So I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you? I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So that's why I require you to have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're gonna be dating me. Another requirement is that you have to
follow me with her kids.
A property under your name, and you have to be looking into getting your second property. You have to get a home that has 6 rooms because each of my kids have to be in their own room. So you have to be considerate. Purchase a house that has 6 rooms because that's only common sense. Like, and if you cannot meet those requirements, then you're not the fucking one. Last requirement is that it has to be pink. If it's not pink, no. Pink and brown go together. Requirements that you need to have in order to date me.
What's supposed to be pink? Shit. The house? It's supposed to be pink?
Her pussy ain't pink, so
hell no. That shit's probably purple. Oh, shit. That shit's expired.
Beat up somebody's
Hey, first of all, she's not good at math. She has 3 kids.
Jesus. I'm sorry.
She has
Jesus,
3 kids, but wants a house with 6 bedrooms so they can have their own room.
That's great.
So that's 3 kids. So that's 3 rooms, and then 1 room for the couple. That's 4 rooms.
So how do we feel about this skonka?
Man,
let's get Lucky's take on it first.
Well, her demands are real high, bro. She's 25, hella young. We gotta base what she brings to the table too, you know? You can't just go off of what her needs are, bro.
From what she's talking about, the only thing she's bringing to the table is her kids.
Yeah.
And that beat up panoche. You know what I mean? Shit.
This, first off, let me start by saying this. She is, I don't know how many baby daddies she has, but she's a 5 on a good day. Let me bring her picture up really quick.
Damn.
Let me bring her. This is.
Let's see that.
Delusion.
Let's see that ass, actually. I want to see how.
No, listen, bro.
Hey, she should have put a body pic.
Body pic, bro. That would have been like, okay. What are you working with?
Because she's talking about like she got a golden BBL going on.
This girl is a 5 on a good day. So if we go through basic logic that we just went over the other day, so she's a 5 on a good day. If she has 3 kids, she's a 2 on a good day. Man. So this is me being nice, saying that on a good day she's a 5. So that means 5 minus 3 kids, you're 2. So a 2 should barely be demanding ice cream on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, you know what I mean? Like, and the fact that you're gonna be lucky to get a guy that is willing to not only you'll probably be single with that sassy attitude in your 20s. You're gonna eventually learn by the time it's too late in your 30s, where you probably will get another 2-3 kids from somebody else who's gonna, you know what I mean, like
lock somebody down.
Because you definitely don't make good choices when it comes to the men that you're allowing to bust inside you. So you're probably, you know what I mean, you're definitely not gonna have a good life. And the thing is, like, not just like if you have sons, if you have 3 sons, you're not gonna want any of your sons to date a woman like you. And that's a fact.
Play that video one more time. Play that video one more time.
Let's play it back in here one more time,
bro. Like what makes a female act that way, bro? Like, you're expecting all this from a man, but what are you bringing to the table?
Junior says Chupapi. Don't forget that the
play this video, man.
Festival. Dana Rodriguez. Oh, Lenny says Umpa asking for a happy ending like he didn't cry after the last one.
Hold on, we'll go to the chat right now.
We gotta troll
a single mom with 3 kids. Number 1 is that you need to be making at least $130K a year, and you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make $130K or more, then
just tell them to go to the live, bro.
How do you expect
if they want to hear the video, tell them to go.
If you only make $50K a year. Second is I don't date men that are younger than me because for obvious reasons. So if you are 26 and over, then you qualify. 26 to 35 is the age limit. Okay, I feel like 35 is pushing it because they look old as fuck already. I'm 26. I'm a baby. So yeah, you have to have at least.
I'm 41. I'd never date somebody like you.
Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. So I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you? I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So that's why I require you to have have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're going to be dating me. Another requirement is that you have to have a property under your name, and you have to be looking into getting your second property. You have to get a home that has 6 rooms because each of my kids have to be in their own room. So you have to be considerate. Purchase a house that has 6 rooms because that's only common sense. Like, and if you cannot meet those requirements, then you're not the fucking one. The last requirement is that it has to be pink.
3 kids.
If it's not pink,
3 kids.
About having 3 kids or actually
pink
having
and
6?
brown go
I
together.
know.
Requirements that you need to have in order to date me, a single mom.
I'm sorry, but you're only good for one thing, as being a cum dumpster. Let's just be real. Like,
A single
I'm sorry,
mom of
you don't
3
got
kids
no
should have
morals. You got no morals.
non-negotiable
You're not even a woman of God. I could guarantee you don't go to church. You don't got nothing about you that's even like you're not that pretty. You're not pretty at all. You're wearing makeup. I can clearly tell you're wearing makeup. So I'm being generous by even saying you're a 5. And you know, you're not pretty. You're dumb. You're clearly dumb. You're delusional. Like the problem is too is there's a lot of delusional women like this that I see on my timeline, and you bring them up all the time. And you're like, they see that they're arguing with men. I see that all the time too. I see a girl taking her little slick shots towards men. And then they'll be at the bar the very next week. But guess what, ladies? Ladies, the biggest problem that you have is that you guys are searching for men at Jaime's at 11 p.m. and that's who you're falling in love with and letting bust inside you and shoot your club up and get you pregnant. That's your fault. And you guys expect us to feel sorry for you. Oh, I didn't know that. No, it's your fault that you didn't do enough vetting and didn't make the right choices on the right men, because there's a lot of good men out there, but you guys want some thug looking dude that's out there doing whatever he's doing instead of choosing a right guy. Because guess what? You go to church, there's a lot of good dudes. You go to the library, there's a lot of good dudes. You go to a school, there's a lot of good dudes.
Porn conventions, there's a lot of good dudes.
You know, you could go to a lot of places that are not a fucking bar and are not places of degeneracy to find a good man, but you guys choose to go other places to find good men, and then you get mad when you get left. When you get pregnant. Yeah. Most of y'all have the delusion that these guys want to stay with you, but the fact of the matter is they don't. Nobody wants to be with you. You know what I mean? Like,
this chick is going to be single for life.
For the rest of her life. She's going to be single.
If that's what she's looking for.
Oh, and she's not going to realize it till it's too late.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to be like halfway in her 30s, and then she's going to realize, like, damn,
ain't no one going to take care of no random kids and give you all that.
No. And again,
that's a lot of responsibility.
The crazy shit is if you were to ask her if she would want that for her children, she's going to tell you no.
Yeah.
Would you want your 26 to 35-year-old son with no kids to have to provide for 3 kids that aren't even his?
Yeah,
no.
That's crazy.
No,
man.
No real mother's going to want that for her kids.
Yeah.
I did that. But it was a mother of 2. You know what I mean? And from 25 to 32, I did that.
Oh, okay.
Ruined my life.
Did it?
Yeah. Because not only did I feel old by the time I was 30, because I felt like I had 2 kids that were 9 and 10. I ended up being, in the high school by the time that we were. But it's like after we split, it's like, oh, bam, like now I don't got 2 kids, and but I already.
Oh no way, you don't keep contact with them or nothing?
I tried, but it's like weird. You know what I mean? It's like weird. But it was cool. You know what's kind of cool though that I do notice is that
I would have been attached.
I was. You know what I mean? But like you know what's cool about it though?
You raised them, right?
Kind of,
okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But it was like, what's cool? I mean, but I didn't know how. Like I did the best I could because.
Well, when you become a parent, you don't know how to be a parent.
It's like I came in at 9 and 10 years old.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
So you got it easy then.
No,
you didn't have to change diapers. You didn't have
to. But now I get thrown in it at a very important developmental part of their lives.
Yeah.
Where they got to learn how to be men. You know what I mean? And I don't know how to deal with certain things, like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just like, I went from not having no kids, all of a sudden I got these 9 and 10-year-olds that I gotta, be like, and I don't know how to act.
What were you doing all that for, bro?
Huh?
What were you doing all that for?
Doing all what?
For his girl. right?
Girl, yeah, right.
That's the first girl. That's the girl I know, right?
The one that you met.
Okay.
Okay, so she already had 2 kids.
She had two
Okay.
kids.
7 years.
And she was older than you?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 years older than me.
Oh, not bad then.
You know what? At our age, you're gonna most
I started having kids.
most girls.
like 99%
No,
of
I
the
agree.
girls you meet are gonna come with kids.
There's a few girls that I met that don't. You know, the girl that I was
Women
talking
get
to,
lonely, bro.
I had to date somebody from fucking the UK in order to find somebody without kids in their 30s.
No
You know what
way.
I'm
She
saying?
didn't have no kids.
Yeah.
At 30,
And she's
damn.
beautiful, you know, and she's ready. She's hot and
You
ready.
sure she wasn't a scammer?
She's hot and ready like Little Caesars.
Yeah. You sure she wasn't a scammer?
Nah. Bro,
that's
she's
what's up,
baller,
man.
bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like baller.
Shout out your chick.
Hey, DoorDash us some food if you're watching.
DoorDash me a girlfriend, please.
Oh shit, man! But yeah, you know what? I don't have no problems dating a female that has kids, as long as she don't ask me to fucking do everything myself. You know what I mean, like,
Right.
She's got to.
I got a one-child limit now.
She's got to bring her part to the table. You know what I mean, like,
I got a one-child limit now. Like, if you got one kid, I got it. I even got us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
mind. But if you got like 2, 3, 4, 5,
oh yeah, they all got to get jobs. Fuck that. I don't care how old they are.
you 60, get a job.
Yeah, give me your child
Get a job.
support.
Get a motherfucking job.
Hey, let me get your EBT cards.
I heard they're passing laws that let you work overnight in Florida. We're moving to Florida.
Yeah, shit. Yo, shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I don't know. I think it's like baby mamas is super delusional, bro. Like
Not all.
it's pretty much all of them, bro. Because I feel like
So I've met females that don't care if their baby daddies are in their life or not, or and they're doing it on their own and they don't complain. And
and
stuff
that's
like
a
that.
problem.
Yeah.
I mean, so those are
that's
the
a
good
problem.
ones. Why is that a problem?
That's a problem. You should care if your baby daddy's in your life or not.
For what? What if he's a deadbeat? Why would you want him in your life?
You need him.
just like your baby mama. Like if you have a baby mama that's a deadbeat, why would I want her in the picture for?
You need that
Why?
parental unit.
Why?
You need it.
Co-parenting?
Nah, hell no.
You need a man in the life.
I was.
That's what's problem. That's the problem with America right now.
I grew up fine. I didn't have a dad in the picture.
Did you have a stepdad?
Nah.
I don't know. I just you might be the rare. You might be. You might be the rare.
You don't need both parents to
definitely
be
do.
raised right.
I don't agree
You need
with that.
you need a. As long as your mom's got you or your dad's got you and he raises you right, that's all you need.
I think that when you don't have
I
both
see that.
parents, when you don't have both parents, it creates emotional men. I know more men that didn't have both parents that are emotional and don't know how to handle their emotions well into their 30s. They don't know self-awareness. They don't know like regular things like how to just regular man shit. They don't know. You clearly like I could say in good faith that I've definitely see that you probably outgrew that, or you probably hit a couple branches on your fall that made you be like, this is what But some guys,
I was in the streets all the time, so
that's not good.
no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I'm not sensitive. That's why I'm not
Right, but what I'm saying
drinking
is
Starbucks every day and shit.
it shouldn't have taken you to go in. But what I'm saying is it shouldn't have taken you to go in the streets. That's why you need a father figure in the home that teaches you that, puts you in your place, shows you the right direction, shows you how to be the man, shows you how to handle business and all that shit. And it shouldn't lead to you having to go to jail or prison or to hit a couple branches. You falling shouldn't be like you having to go to prison or you having to fucking go to the streets and play around. Like it should be literally just like you having a dad showing you the way and you falling. Like that's why.
Yeah.
I mean that's why white folks they live different. White folks don't kick their kids out at a certain age. You know what I mean? White
But
folks.
you also get some crazy ass white people.
Well, that's why you got them white folks shooting up schools. You got white folks fucking doing crazy ass drugs.
But if you look at the school shooters, they come in all forms. They just that white folk shit is in there.
White.
Generational wealth.
I mean, America's almost 90% white.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not.
It's 87% white.
It's like 70.
No, it's like
rest
80.
is
It's like 80.
Mexican.
The rest
80.
is Mexican and black.
Mexican power.
Oh shit!
Nah,
Hey, you could have both parents, mom and dad, in the picture, and you're still gonna do what you're gonna do. If you're gonna end up in the streets or you're not.
Statistically, if you have both parents in the household, you're gonna have more success as a child.
I hear that, bro.
You know what put me in the what made me want to go in the streets and hustle was because I didn't want my mom to struggle. You know what I mean? She raised me and my kids, my son, my son, my brother and my sisters. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I didn't want her to struggle, so I went out on the streets and did my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And there you go. You wouldn't have had to do that if you had a dad in the household.
Yeah, but sometimes dads are pieces of shit.
And that's not a good thing.
Yeah,
that's not a good thing.
I mean,
right?
We shouldn't. We shouldn't normalize it.
I'm glad I didn't have a dad in the picture because I probably would have fucking turned out different.
You would have built that anger towards it.
Yeah. Nah, I probably wouldn't have been a hustler.
But then you would have probably gone to college and done something different. Or you would have been successful. Because
you know what? I know a lot of I know a lot of people that went to universities and shit like that.
Yeah,
ain't even making half the money that I make.
Yeah, well, because 40%. I mean, 40% of
I would have wasted my time in college.
Because I think college is a scam too. But what I'm saying is that you would have found
everything I learned on the streets.
But what you have,
Eastside, baby.
What you have is beyond. What you have is beyond your environment. If you would have been born if you would have been born in Pacific Grove, you would have still had that same ambition and drive because that's who you are.
Yeah.
As you were influenced by your mom. If you would have had your dad, you would have had a different influence as well. If your dad was a good person, that was but there's no way that you could show me where a man in a household isn't important. Like, you know what I mean? Like, your situation isn't like isn't reflective of what real society is, because you said it alone right now when you said, oh, I was in the streets and all that shit. Well, if you had a dad, you wouldn't have had to do that shit to go get money. And granted, it was a blessing in the long run. Hey, you turn a negative into positive, but you shouldn't have to do that. If you have a father in the household, he teaches you all the ways to be a man without relying on all the other men in the streets to get you some success, get you be a leader of the household and all that shit. You would have learned that from him, and you would have, maybe your father. Are you cool with your pops now?
I have till this day I haven't met him. I think he's like on the East Coast doing time for transporting and shit.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, he was a big drug kingpin.
Word.
Yeah.
Shoot me another.
Huh? Yeah.
Drug kingpin, he said.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Papa was a Rolling Stones.
But you know what? I know people that I got friends that have their both parents are in the picture, and their kids are still out there doing this madre, fucking selling drugs and doing drugs. And
do you think that's because of their environment?
And no, because some of these people are like kind of like
or is it because
they're kind of like white collar Mexicans?
Their parents are both good kids. Or good people?
Yeah, they're good people. They've been together since high school. And
so
their kids are out there fucking around and fucking up.
But do you think that's because they aren't home?
No.
Because you say they're both white collars, so that means that they're both working.
Yeah, they work. They're 9 to 5s.
Yeah, that's not good either.
9 to 5. So
that's not good either.
Why not?
Because if you got both parents working, who's watching the kids?
They're in school.
Yeah.
At school, and what happens after school?
They're home. Everyone's home. Everyone's home.
No, they're in the streets.
No. The parents.
If your parents are 9 to 5,
no, because in a certain situation, the kids are in sports. They're in sports.
That's not the same thing.
Why isn't it not the same thing?
Because if you all right, the traditional family is dad goes to work, mom holds it down, dad comes home, he disciplines the kids, and you guys go to church, you guys do all that shit. That's another thing. Church, if God is in the picture, you're more than, these are statistics. You really can't argue statistics.
Yeah.
Your opinion and your personal experience isn't what the statistics prove, isn't what the general mass majority of America is proven. But when you got two parents that are out of the household, that aren't home watching their kids and taking care of business at home, you got both parents. You got to find a babysitter. You got to find somebody to be there, or the older brother's got to be home in order to watch the kids when they get home. And they got sports. Are you pretty much using sports as a babysitter? Like, that doesn't work. You need the parent. My dad, when he got locked up, he found a way, because he was on what do you call that shit? Work release. So he found a way to sneak away from work early to go watch me play in my first football game, because he knew how important that was to me. And I was out there playing my first play as a DB, and then I look over the side and I see my pops, and my pops just is like this. He's like, he just did this, like, hit him, you know. Yeah. I was like, oh, guess what? I did that very play. I got a fucking interception. I ran that shit back, and I fucking hit somebody. You know what I mean? Like, it was fucking sick. You know what I mean? Like, that shit. Like, having that in the picture is important. Like, having a dad. There's nothing. There's
parents
like
in general in your life, bro.
You need them. Yeah. You need them. It just, and God, having God in your household, having two parents in the household, it changes the dynamic and the trajectory. Statistically, changes the dynamic and the trajectory of how your family is gonna go. And I refuse to raise kids in a fucking household without God, number one, and number two, without a two-parent household. That's why it's important for me to finding the right woman, finding the right girl in whatever next relationship I get in to have kids. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry that you had to go through that, because you're a good
I'm
dude.
not shit. I grew up.
Everybody has their story, bro.
I am, because you shouldn't have had to go through all the hardships and having to rely on the streets and all that shit.
If I didn't do that, I wouldn't be where I am now.
Don't say that, because God has your plan. God has your plan, and
everybody
I feel like
everybody has their story, though.
I feel like
I bought my first house at 25.
But I feel like you have that fire. I felt like you had that fire in you regardless. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that you might have fucked around and been some fucking stock trader on Wall Street just crushing it. You know, like you never know. You know, so don't sell yourself short by saying I had to go to the streets, and if it wasn't for the streets, I wouldn't be successful. Because you might have fucked around and been the number one real estate agent in the Central Coast and had like
or I could have been the fucking manager at McDonald's.
Yeah. I doubt it. I know your fucking ego. I know your fucking ego, and you wouldn't have fucking settled for that. Shit. I know it's fucking ego, and you wouldn't have settled for that. You know what I mean? Like your ego would have been your ego, regardless of if you was in the streets or not. The streets didn't give you your ego. You were born with all these things that God already created the minute that you were in.
The streets gave me my ego. Shit.
The streets don't give you that shit. That's just something that's in you. We're prideful, and it just comes. That's in our blood, bro. Like our DNA, certain character traits come from our DNA, and certain character traits like the traumatic shit and the flaws, like oh, this dude has a complex of insecurity. He doesn't know how to manage. He doesn't know how to manage his emotions. You know, he doesn't know how to. You know, I had that shit because at one point in my life, my pops was working a lot. My pops was like, my pops didn't know how to deal with me, kind of starting to wild out and shit. You know, so it took me a while for me to start managing my own emotions in my late 20s, early 30s. You feel me? So I definitely feel like you're selling yourself short by saying, oh, like if I wouldn't have been in the streets, I wouldn't have turned out the way I was, because maybe you might have been, you know, like I said, maybe you might have been the number one realtor selling $1 million properties in Monterey, you know, and which, not to say that you still can't, but I'm just saying don't sell yourself short, because that's saying that's pretty much saying I wouldn't have been shit unless it was for the streets. When I'm trying to tell you, you might have been a boss if you had both parents in the household, which you already are. But I'm saying you might have been like a fucking, like, you might have gone to real estate school and done some crazy shit, or you might have been some crazy stock trader or something. Yeah. You never know. You never know. Because I for sure know one thing. You got an ego, and you would have never settled for no fucking fast food job. Because I know I wouldn't have. Hey, that's how I started, though. When I was young, one thing I told myself is the minute I start working, I am never gonna work for McDonald's or nothing like that.
In high school, I started working at Burger King.
When I would go to Burger King,
Domino's.
When I would go to Burger King, or I would go to McDonald's.
Yeah,
but I'm sure working there made you realize how much you probably are not cut out for that.
McDonald's. In 2005, I opened up a Subway in the mall.
Well, that's different though. You know what I mean? That's some boss move shit though. Yeah. You know, and you had to get it out the mud.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
You got to get it out the mud. Because I thought about opening up a Subway. Because it's like 15, 20 bands to open up a Subway.
Nah. That's the rent alone at the mall.
No, but I'm saying to franchise.
No, well, I didn't open it out of my money. I ran it for I used to work at Shirtique, and they liked the way I hustled, so they opened up a Subway and they had me run it.
All right, so to franchise out your own Subway, it costs anywhere from 15 to 20 grand.
It's probably about 100, 150.
No, I know somebody who did one. It's 15 to 20 grand. Yeah. No. Just to open it.
That wouldn't even be the fucking. That wouldn't even be an order of the food and all that.
15 to 20 grand will get you your own Subway. I know somebody who did it.
I don't think so.
I definitely know. I know a dude who did that in Watsonville.
So who puts all the money up? Subway then?
They're a franchise, so they're gonna supply you. It's like
everything. Oh, okay.
They front you your shit. I think my work is like they front you and then you pay. You know, you're paying. I don't know the exact, but I know it's 15 to 20 bands to open up your own Subway.
They have a corporate plan that you follow.
Yeah, because that would.
I think they might even build out the shit. Like,
because
they pay to build it.
Just the walk-in fridge alone would be like 20 grand. Yeah.
They own it already.
They don't own it. They buy all that shit.
You got to get all of their shit that they have.
Yeah,
they
Subway don't make a fucking fridge.
No, I know, but I'm saying they have a specific one that they're going to use for all of them.
They go through a company,
right? Yeah. So what they do,
like a Home Depot and shit.
No, but they have all the same shit. Across the board in all their restaurants, right?
Oh yeah.
So they have a warehouse full of everything.
All the food they get from Saladino's.
Right, so they have a warehouse. They have a warehouse full of everything that they get, and they send it to you, and you build out. Like I said, I know somebody who did it in Watsonville, the one on Freedom. When we were in high school, right out of high school, well, I was still in high school. He was out of high school. He was dating a girl.
Yeah.
She built that. She built that shit out. It was like 15 to 20 grand. It might be a little bit more now. It might be like 20 to 25 grand to open up a Subway, but it's definitely not that. That's like the cheapest thing that you can invest in to try and open up one.
Yeah.
A franchise is like putting a name on a building, bro, and you using their name to sell their products.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's go to the chat, man. This chat's been going firing up.
Shit.
Let me see here. I hate this.
Get close. Only been on one for a ride for like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Let me see here.
It don't show.
An hour
and a half. I gotta be out.
The kids deserve. Deanna said the kids deserve to have their mother and their father, no matter what the situation. I don't believe in that either kid needs to have a relationship with their father or their mother. And he graduates this year. I know I am not a man, and there are things that I don't understand as a woman, but they do Bible studies during the week and social groups to help them. Yeah, I also that's the thing too. Like they say, it takes a village. So when there isn't a man in the house, and you have a wonderful support group like a church, you know what I mean? They help like a lot, honestly, because you got great male figures in that church to help physically and emotionally. Yup, Chicha 100. Deanna said he's right, and if they are in the streets and they want to come and visit their kids, then you just let them, because the kid deserves to have a relationship with their fathers. Yes, I agree. Deanna said, I'm not white and I would never kick my kids out. Deanna said, vacation is not a scam. What the hell? Oh, education is not a scam. No, I said college is a scam. College is definitely a scam. Because 45% of the people who graduate from college don't even use their degree or need a degree for the job they ended up getting.
But that's on them.
Right, and I agree.
On them. That's
buy into the dream, bro.
But that's still a scam. That's still a scam, because they're pushing it like you need to go to college in order to get a good job when you really don't.
Oh, well,
You could go get a trade and learn to be a plumber or learn to be a coder in 8 weeks and make $100,000 a year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, to be smart and book smart is wisdom with knowledge. That's Deanne Rodriguez. Chicha said, I couldn't make my kids' father be there in their lives, but all I can do is work hard, push harder, and love on them conditionally. And for the record, I'm not shitting on the single moms who do their thing, because it's because of y'all that we have kids that end up, even through adversity like this fool, end up pushing through. And if it wasn't for your mom providing and working hard, you know what I mean, y'all wouldn't be where it is. But you know what I'm saying, it would have just been different, you know, like having a father there. It's proof, like all that is proof that men being real men and not being deadbeats is important. That's really what I'm saying here, is we need men to not be fucking deadbeats, you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
And you ladies need to make better decisions over the men you're allowing to impregnate
by.
Yeah, bro. Like, shit. Because then, you know, you end up with little dudes like this who got fucking on the streets, you know what I mean?
Dudes like this.
Nah, not me. Like, listen, man, you know what I mean? Shit. I'm cool, you know what I mean? But you know, I had my failures too. I had my shortcomings too, but I never had to, like, you know, struggle that crazy, you know, and like, luckily for me, you know, I do have generational wealth that my parents, I'm lucky enough to have that my parents and my great grandparents built up throughout generations in order to give their future, their future children and grandchildren a better life. You feel me? No, bro, it's the choices they make in life that lead to the consequences they know that they're choosing. No. See, that's why you need a man to help them and guide them, like you need the woman to help and guide them. Both of those people in your life help guide you and give you the right devices in your brain to help make the right choices, and along with God, you know what I mean? And you push them you push your kids towards God, and they help you make the right choices. Maybe that's what the problem with me is that we never really had God in my household. We did, but not it wasn't like a regular thing.
What really keeps a family together is a mother's love, bro. A mother's love and a father's hustle.
Facts.
You know, but
the father's a provider, protector. The mother's a nurturer and holds down the household.
So
you know?
If you don't get that, like Umpa's situation, bro, with his mom, she was a hustler.
Oh yeah, my mom used to work 24/7.
And the love in the pad, bro. So you know. What did they breed? An Umpa, you know what I'm saying? Like,
shit.
It's good to work all week and then be off on the weekend. Yes, there's a thing called after school program, daycare if they're babies, but no babies, you ain't got to worry about that. And how many stories do we hear about problems having it after school programs, daycares?
That happens everywhere. It happens.
No, I know, but
it even happens at church.
But why? I know, but why exactly?
It happens at church. It happens at school.
So why depend on that? You know why depend on that? Why allow an outside influence to even, you know, why not if you have a man that's a provider and a protector and a woman that's a home nurturing homemaker, then that's what it should be. Yep. That's why they call a mother a homemaker, because without a mom, you don't have a home. What's wrong with someone working at night and someone working during the day? Hello, with two people in the household, y'all can take care of your family if you're on the same page. Listen, again, that's cool. Do you, whatever. What I'm saying is the traditional family statistically show that back in the 50s, 60s, granted, like, you know, we could talk about inflation and all that shit, but just the way that the household worked, it just worked more better back then. It just worked better. It just worked better. And Mexicans were thriving, black people were thriving, white people were thriving, Asians were thriving. Everybody was thriving back then because the household was just different.
Yeah.
So you've done it before. The schedule you're throwing out there, you've done it. So now you're having babies. Yes, I am. Gambit says he only dates black girls because he hates meeting fathers. Yo, that's racist. That's crazy.
That's so fucked up. Who said that shit, bro?
That's crazy. Ling Ling wrote that.
Fucking Ling Ling.
What's the troll in the chat?
Shit.
Honestly, all the black girls that I've ever dated got wonderful fathers, and they're really great people. I actually got both parents in the household. Every black girl that I've dated, including the one I was just talking to. Yes. Yeah, good news. You know, I had to say sorry, Jesus. Sometimes I cross the line, so I gotta reel it back because I still know that Jesus is watching. You know what I mean? The classical music in the background. Yeah, we gotta lay the talk beds. You know, sometimes there's awkward silences, right? so we have a talk bed. On the same way, I am the same way. I meant to say I agree with you that what don't kill you makes you stronger. God has a purpose in everybody's life. You just gotta have trust in Him and believe in faith. That's not true. Whatever you have in life is because of God, and the people don't understand that. Right. And, you know, like, his destiny was set out for him. But what I'm saying is if he would have had a hardworking father who was just down to be in his life and love on him and show him, he might have not had to go into the streets and seek that on his own. You feel me? There's just like, there's literally like no way around it. To argue that fact is insane. It's like wow, to argue the fact that like you don't want this man to have a loving father is insane. That's weird. Proverbs 22:6. Good News said Proverbs 22:6 is a key verse about raising children, stating, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." Amen. Amen, brother. Diane Rodriguez said, "Whether in the streets or not, I still put everything on because he's never failed me." Right. No, and amen to that. You know what I mean? They come from your morals when your parents teach you that, not from not from your DNA. I'm trying to say is whether I'm in the streets or not, I thank God regardless, because it is. At the end of the day, God is the judge. He's the only one who could judge me. No, amen to that. But it literally does. You're wrong, because it literally does come from your DNA. Because if it didn't come from your DNA, then you would be just exactly a mirror image of both your parents, and that's not true. You have a unique DNA when you're born. That's why when people do abortions and when people abort the baby, you know, when you abort a baby, you're taking a whole life. You're killing a baby. Whether you abort it at 2 weeks or whether you abort it at 9 weeks, you're killing a baby because it's a unique DNA that's created after. It's not they're like, oh, it's inside the mother, but it's a unique DNA. That DNA of the baby is way different than the mother's DNA. So you're a different person. That DNA is gonna say your traits, how you act, how you react, your hair color, your skin color, your eyes, your face structure, all that shit's already determined with that DNA. You know, whether you, I mean, there's no argument either. This is science, you know what I mean? For me, I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I don't care what anybody says. I keep it real, and I'm loyal, and I'm solid. And at the end of the day, God is the only one to judge me. I don't care. Well, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Is your podcast almost over because I need to listen to music? No, it's not.
We got like 3 more hours.
Me too. My first job was Dairy Queen. Well, shout out to you.
Mine was McDonald's, bro.
Oh man.
Shout out to you. I just personally, when I was like growing up, I remember going to McDonald's and seeing this like older dude and he was like taking my order. This dude was fucking miserable. And I was like, I never want to be this dude, bro.
Yeah. I was my sophomore year, I started working at Burger King, so I would do wrestling, and then I would do Burger King right after. Yeah.
Damn, eating burgers after wrestling?
Yeah.
You were 14, 15, or
14, 15, yeah.
yeah.
It had to be 15 or 16, right?
And I was already driving and shit.
So was a family
Driving
member
without a license and all that
was a
shit.
family member like a manager or something?
Nah.
How'd you get in there?
I got my work permit, I think at like 14 and a half or 15.
What the?
You gotta be 15.
No.
15.
I got my driver's permit at 15 and a half.
Yeah, driver's permit is 15 and a half. Work permit is 15 and a half. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got my first job at like 16 or 17.
Yeah.
And look at me now.
McDonald's, bro.
My first job was Albertsons.
Man, I used to go to work off baited when I used to hit those house parties.
Dude, I used to be fucked up all the time. I used to throw ditch parties at my house and fucking... Actually, that's how I started fucking my promotion company, bro. Throwing ditch parties. Yeah. Yeah.
Who's it? Jesse, Burger King chicken sandwich?
Let me see here. I used to work at the Togos at the mall with Laura Casada. I went into business introduction to business restaurant. Burger King chicken sandwich. Jazzy said, Deanna Rodriguez said, percentage of your money goes to the company who provides you with their products, and that's the contract you got to sign.
What are we talking
That's
about?
the franchise.
Yep.
Yeah, I think she's a little behind because
She's bringing up old shit.
Who?
you're bringing up old shit. Right? we're way ahead of it.
Oh, shit.
Chicha said, I think what I did and what I went through made me into the strong, independent woman I am. Out of all 6 of my siblings, I'm the only one who was headstrong.
Ooh.
See, again, shout out to you.
Yep.
But I think that the mentality of strong, independent woman is not healthy for the future of America. And, not to say like I don't salute y'all and all that shit, but also the same in the same breath, I blame men for that because it's deadbeat dads who aren't there for the kids that create them type of women, and they create them bitter baby mamas that the one thing that's what like the cholo culture, the degenerate cholo culture, I will always roast because I'm like, all you men, all you cholos contributed to society was a bunch of bitter baby mamas who got fucking lash tech and teeth whitening businesses. And how many more? How many more teeth whitening businesses do we need?
It's still a hustle.
How many teeth whitening
There's not
businesses?
that many here.
And every fucking weekend, I hear a new taqueria, a new teeth whitening business, a new body wrap business, a new fucking Herbalife. You ladies got Umpa selling Herbalife. God damn it!
Out here, bro.
That's crazy.
Hey, what about fucking all these rappers and shit?
Yeah, all that too.
They're having kids and shit.
All that too.
They're spending
And the rappers.
They're spending all their money on fucking their rap career and shit, and they ain't going nowhere.
No, they ain't going nowhere. I agree with that too. We got enough rappers.
45
we got enough lash chicks.
still fucking selling CDs. And
I agree. We got enough rappers. We got enough lash checks. We got enough body wrap businesses. We got enough teeth whitening business. Sorry, ladies. And enough taquerillas. Listen.
Need some new entrepreneur hustlers out there,
Right,
man.
shit. Well, what else is there to make? Like, if you don't want to work for somebody, you got to open up your own business, right?
Fuck yeah, you do.
But you gotta think outside the box.
Yeah,
Not do the
what-
same
what else is
shit.
there- what else
The
is there to
same
open
4
up?
businesses that everybody else done.
What else is there open up?
Think outside the box.
There's thousands of Starbucks, and they're all successful.
That's crazy,
Because it's
huh?
Starbucks.
Right?
They're
Because it's
selling coffee.
Starbucks.
Just selling
Hey.
coffee. That's all they're selling, bro.
Eyelashes,
Starbucks.
What is that?
All girls that are
Designer coffee?
Yeah.
Starbucks designer coffee?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
All the girls that I know that do eyelashes are fucking all successful, making
Yeah.
stupid money.
Nah, stupid money.
Yeah.
It's not
We
stupid.
took
They need a
hella
boyfriend
money.
or something to have. And then they're the go half. Let's go 50-50 on shit. Or I want that guy that goes 50-50.
Actually, you know what? I know a few that do eyelashes that take care of their dudes. Their fucking dudes are fucking just at home playing video games.
they got
Yeah, like what the?
And then they're gonna be out later complaining about them, talking about they need a man that makes $130,000 a year.
My man
Yeah,
ain't shit.
that's why.
He's still at home playing video games.
As was saying, N-word Lations 6'9". If she a hoe once, she will hoe again.
Cali, that's my boy.
Cali Wonder,
that's
man.
my boy Cali from the 559, man. Shout out Cali.
Bro, once you have to go,
That's my green thumb plug right there.
bro. Once you have to go to the founders of the company and they have to give you permission to do it, you can't just open your own franchise unless it's your own brand.
No, yeah.
Yeah, we understand.
It's hella steps to open up a franchise.
Yeah, we understand that. I failed driving tests 5 times.
I tried
gave
doing
up.
the In-N-Out and shit, and they denied me.
Well, yeah, In-N-Out's never been a franchise.
No, it's a franchise.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's a franchise.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
They're famously known for not being a franchise.
Even a Chick-fil-A's a franchise.
No, it's not.
Bro, go. You could Google on there and
You know how I know? You know how I know you're wrong?
You could go apply. You could apply to open
know
up
how I know you're wrong.
A Chick-fil-A.
In-N-Out is not a franchise because they have Bible quotes on their cups, and they said that that's why they're not a franchise because they want to keep their. It's in their family. It's a lady that owns it.
In-N-Out is not a franchise.
It's not a franchise.
No. What about Chick-fil-A?
I'm lying again. This dude's gonna say try to lie. I hit them up and they denied me. No, you didn't.
I think it was Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A might be a franchise, but they don't open on Sundays because they're like religious and they won't pay for your abortions.
Yes, Chick-fil-A is a franchise.
Okay, but they won't pay for abortions and they won't open on Sundays because they're a religious company. There's like people give them shit. Same with the Hobby Lobby. It's another company that's similar to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
bro. So you gotta know who would open up In-N-Out, bro. You just can't.
Nah, they're open. But they have but that's why if you look at the next time you go to In-N-Out, look at the bottom of your cup. It's gonna say John 3:16 on the bottom of your cup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of their shit has Bible verses on it. The bad thing about that is they get a percent. This lady's still talking about. We stopped talking about franchise like forever ago. Diane.
Yeah, because she said you're reading it too late.
No.
Send me a message.
We've literally reading it on time. It's just she's like probably about 10 minutes behind or whatever. Sometimes being strong is the only option, and I'm not bitter. Just kidding. Yeah, I mean, like. Listen, I don't, and for the record, every time I say things like, bitter baby mamas and all that shit, I don't blame y'all. You know what I mean? I understand there's this subculture of shitty men out there. I am 1,000% aware of it. And I always I'm more critical of the men that are creating these women than I am of the women. You guys are just a symptom of the shitty men that have been created in society by whatever fucking reason. The deadbeat dads are literally the reason why we got women like that. And I wish women were more feminine. I wish women were not all trying to be bosses and leaders and all that shit. That's cool. God bless you all, and I love that.
Submissive.
But most of these, yes. And I see it. The sad thing is, I just
want to stay a home girl. That's it.
Yeah, but that's what the thing is. At one point, I remember when it was like a girl's dream to be a stay-at-home mom and just have children and raise children. Like that's a beautiful thing.
That was their fucking
That's a beautiful thing. That's like not like society somehow.
You can't survive just one person working all day.
Yes, you can.
Not anymore.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Hell no, you can,
bro. Yes, you can.
Hell no,
yes, you can. I know people who do it. And I'm not saying like a woman has got to like, hey, you can't work. You can't work, woman. Stay your ass at home and work. It's all about communication, right? But I definitely feel like the man should be the 75 to 100% provider. You know what I mean? Like because it's delusional to be like, let's split the rent 50-50. Oh, and let me run the household. No. What? Yeah. The girl's going to look at you like you're crazy. And that's creating this subculture of women that are like, no, I ain't going to do what the fuck you say. And no, I'm not going to listen to you. And I don't need no man. Well, I got my own. I'm a bad bitch.
Yeah. Fuck you. Get out my house.
Yeah, exactly, bro. You just talked about a bunch of ladies who are fucking lash techs who were sitting home with their man playing fucking video games. You think they respect their men?
Some do.
No, they don't.
Some do, bro.
No, No, they don't.
The stupid ones.
No, they don't. Oh, no, they don't. They will cheat on their men. They will act like guys. They will act like guys. I've seen this. I know this girl who's a barber. She's a barber and she makes wild bread. She's a barber on the side, bro, and she makes wild bread. And she also does girls' hair. She makes wild bread, and all the guys she dates, she makes more money than them, and she cheats on all of them. Straight up. Damn. Yeah, she cheats on all of them. She treats them like little hoes. Like, and she's got dudes bringing her fucking food all the time, all day. That's just the reality of it. We're living in an age where men are a bunch of bitches. They act like hoes. They're obsessed with fucking porn, and they don't got God in their life. They think they don't need God. They're out there being emotional, acting like they're being weirdos, being weirdos, inboxing women.
There's nothing wrong with porn. What the fuck?
Everything's wrong with porn. Everything's wrong with porn.
I watch porn. I used to watch.
No, everything is wrong with porn, bro. Everything is wrong with porn.
I used to watch it, bro.
Everything is wrong with porn. It makes men creepy. It gives people unrealistic.
Bro, what is that called? When they what's the word I'm looking for? When they lure. No, the word I'm looking for. When they fantasize about women, what's the term? It's in the Bible, man. When they lust over women, bro. That's the key word. When they lust over women.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's killing.
A lot of lust, bro.
And like society has shown that men, we are having less and less babies. We can't keep up with our population. It's just like a statistic. Like we have a high divorce rate. We don't go out and meet women anymore. Dudes are fucking pussies. You know what I mean? It's fucked up. It's like weird. Man,
let's go to fucking Buffalo Wild Wings and meet some women.
Let's go.
That type of shit. Remember when you used to have to go out and actually shoot your shot?
Nah, I used to use AOL.
You got mail.
You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. You've got mails.
Nah, I used to meet girls at the club all the time.
No, that's what I'm saying. But you remember that when you used to have to be nervous to shoot your shot, like this girl might.
You still go out and meet people at the club.
No, bro. Like I'm telling you,
every time I go out, I just met somebody at the fucking gym.
But all right, so you and me are two very social butterflies. We like talking to people, saying hi to people. We like talking, right? We're in this weird state where dudes are fucking weirdos. You
can't control it,
and they depend on porn.
But you know what? There's always been
it's just
years,
bro. No, statistically, it's just
everyone's their own person.
Yeah, you can look up all those fucking weirdos that fucking watch porn.
See, this dude doesn't. This dude thinks that like the world is like what he sees in his bubble.
No, you see stories about that shit.
No, statistically,
you can see there's fucking series of shit like that.
Statistically,
80s and
statistically,
70s.
we're having less sex. Statistically, porn is super high and easily accessible. Men are being weirdos. They're staying home, jacking off instead. Bro, all right. Do you know? All right. Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Did you know that Pornhub has its own? What do you call it? When you go do good things for the world,
fundraisers?
No,
for the world.
There's a word for it.
Like favors?
Nah, there's a fucking word for it. When you have chat, can you guys help me with this? When you're like when you go do work and like
spokesman
invest money in other shit
there's
for
not fundraisers
charity
currency?
Work, but it's like
charity events,
philanthropy. All right, did you know?
Never got that.
All right, so Pornhub has a philanthropy department. That's not crazy to you?
That's crazy.
They make so much money. They have enough money to go out and do positive things for the world. Do you know what they do on Earth Day?
fucking smoke weed.
On Earth Day, they plant one tree for every view. Every view that they get on Pornhub, they plant one tree.
No way.
You alone helped end deforestation.
Fuck.
You're the fool.
I watch porn a lot, bro. Yeah. What the fuck was that?
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody left the chat.
Shit, someone left the chat.
No, that was a boom.
Damn.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Where the fuck are they planting all these trees at?
Porn.
I know, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
Wingstop, first job. No, it's not, bro. Chick-fil-A, yes. In-N-Out is private. Good News said they got to wait till marriage, bro. Chicha said, Callie Wonder, you're funny. Deanna said, oh my God, I'm so annoyed right now. That's my job.
Yeah, we love you.
Diane Rodriguez said, you're way behind on the reading, like 20 minutes behind. No, you're behind. Good News said, porn is horrible, bro. Diane said, love is number one. That conquers all.
Yeah, shout out.
Listen, Linda, you're behind on the... if I was behind, Good News wouldn't have answered. I seen when Good News answered that porn was horrible right when he said that porn. I watched porn literally within like 2 minutes. Sponsor? Yeah, I wish Chick-fil-A would sponsor us. Jesse said, Mary, fuck, kill, Cheeky's Rivera, Ruby Rose, Sin Santana.
This guy, he's naming porn stars, bro.
Do you know?
Cheeky Rivera is a porn star?
Cheeky's Rivera? Ruby Rose? No.
Oh, he's probably talking about OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. He's talking about
OnlyFans. Oh,
Let's see what these girls look like.
Cheeky Rivera's hot.
I'm just joking, bro. I don't know what he's talking about.
This is Sin Santana.
Sin Santana. Oh, she's hot.
Is he for real talking about porn stars?
Cheeky's is I brought her to Selena's. Cheeky Rivera.
You brought her to Selena's?
Yeah.
What the
I don't know if she's a porn star, but she's hot.
All right. And then I know what Ruby. You know what Ruby Rose looks like?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thicker than a Snicker. Oh fuck, she don't look all that without
makeup. She looks crazy. All right.
She look like she's out there messing.
All right. So marry, fuck, kill. What are you gonna do?
She's a singer.
Huh? What are you gonna marry, fuck, kill? So you gotta marry one, F one, and then kill one.
Okay. F. What?
Yeah. So which one are you gonna screw? Which one are you gonna kill? Which one are you gonna marry?
Shit. Okay.
There's Sin Santana, Cheeky's Rivera, Ruby Rose.
Okay. I'll probably. Can I see some body pics? Can I see body pics real quick? Hold on. Okay. I'll kill that one.
You're gonna kill Ruby Rose.
Yeah, I'll kill that one.
He's fucking crazy.
I'll marry that one because she's Hispanic.
You're gonna marry Cheeky's Rivera.
Thicker than a Snicker.
So you're racist against black girls. Okay, got that.
That's Jenny's mom right there.
No,
Jenny's daughter.
Jenny
Rivera.
I think Jenny
Sin
Rivera.
Santana.
Yeah, she's hot too. Shit, I don't know.
Let me see.
That's a coin toss. Coin a coin toss. Oh no, I think I'll marry that one.
Damn.
I'll marry that one and fuck Cheeky.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
marry the baddie.
Yeah,
we'll marry the baddie.
I'm definitely. I'm gonna marry Sin Santana.
I'll marry that one.
I'm gonna kill Cheeky's and I'm gonna screw Ruby Rose.
Shit.
Yeah, that's me.
I don't know. I just don't like the way Ruby Rose looks without makeup, bro. It's like
they all look different without makeup, brother.
Yep.
Shit.
Hi,
what's up, Sky? What's going on?
Let me see, Jesse. Yeah. Jesse, that the little hat people own in the porn industry. The little hat people own the porn. Yeah.
What?
So the little hat people. Do you know who the little hat people are? Those people. You know the people that Kanye beefs with.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ops. Kanye's ops.
Yeah.
Yeah, they essentially own the porn industry. They own there's a rabbi named Rabbi Shmuley. Him and his daughter own a dildo site.
Oh shit, a dildo site, huh?
And then Candace Owens was debating Rabbi Shmuley, and she said, she's like, so do you guys sell butt plugs? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I'm helping my daughter, and he's like, she's all, so do you own one?
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh, I love Candace Owens. Funny, bro. Mary F. Kill, Snow the Product, Miss Lady Pinks, Jenny 6'9". I don't know what Miss Lady Pinks looks like.
Yeah, I'd kill that one. She'd be looking like a dude.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm killing her.
Yeah, I'd kill.
I'm killing her.
I'd kill that vato for sure.
I'm killing her. I'm screwing Jenny 6'9", and I'm marrying Snow the Product just because I actually know her. She's a sweet person.
Yeah. Snow the Product's.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
She's just lesbian, or
Yeah.
They say they're lesbian.
She'll lick your vagina.
Lick your vagina.
I feel like the lesbian thing is like it's like a theory. More than it's a fact. It's like, because I don't know any lesbian that's like lesbian their whole life, like especially like hot lesbians.
Yeah.
I don't know any hot lesbians that are lesbian their whole life, and then when they're, because most of them are like, by the time they're 30, their biological clock says, okay, you're not lesbian.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, especially if they haven't had kids, they're like, okay, you need to go out there and get married and get walked down that aisle, and it's just like this is why, man. This is why, like, I feel like having God in your life is so important, because all these like things that are real, that are like not even. It's not like it technically says it in the Bible, but it's like just natural law. Like, you have the instincts. I know so many women that were lesbians their whole life. Now they're in my DMs talking about like, hey, you look cute and all this. I'm just like, wait a minute, you were like gay as hell, like, you know what I'm saying? You was like whole ass lesbians all through high school, all through college,
they finally
all in your 30s, and now you like trying to get, now you look all done up and look cute trying to like do me, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's funny how also the nerdy chicks in school turned out to be the hot ones, eh?
I love me a nerdy chick. I like the nerdy chicks that still take it with them into their older ages.
They have it like, they don't express it, bro, unless you really know them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me find a nerdy chick, and where we can sit there and talk about Star Wars and Marvel comics, and like, you got me, girl. You gonna laugh me right out my ethicas. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean?
Oh shit!
I heard Snow the Product is a headache to work with. Nah. She is. I mean, she's got a very diva personality.
She is,
but she's cool, bro. She's like,
she is now.
Nah, she's still cool. She's still cool as hell.
My boy ended up canceling a show in Fresno because of it.
Well, because she doesn't like, if the tickets don't reach a certain amount, she doesn't like it, because she doesn't like the look of it, which is okay. I'm not mad at that.
That happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
She doesn't. She should also not be mad at like.
But then she's doing it for the money instead of the fans.
No, she's doing it for the look. She doesn't want to have film. She doesn't ever want to have film of her not looking like her shows are lit. You know what I'm saying? Which I get that. I get that.
So what about the fans that support her and want to see her?
But why would you go do a show for 100 people when you know that if you go do a show 2 hours away, you can do it for 1,000 people and it's going to be lit? Yeah. She's big on footage and all of her, and that's what her image is. She just trying to protect her brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You want to have a fucking
then you also
right?
got to be there for the fans too that supported you since day one.
We were just talking about shows, bro. Saturday, was it? We were talking about shows that aren't promoted enough.
Yeah.
That don't sell.
Oh, okay.
It's not even that. It's the artist.
I think it has something to do with it, but it's also the artist.
Yeah, and then in certain markets.
Yeah, some artists ain't gonna hit in certain
cities.
Sometimes
cities
it's like a certain artist is like trying to put a square peg in a circular hole. You know, it's like you just don't work here, but maybe 2 hours down the road you'll be able to sell out no problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But like you said, like I get where you're coming from.
Part of the culture, though.
But
in that area,
the misconception of what you're saying is like, oh, she's not doing it because, you know, the money, but when in reality, she's big on her brand. So all of her shows look like a big ass party, especially if you look at the themes of all of her concert tours and all that. There's always themed around a big ass party. It seems like a party. Yeah. So if her shows and the footage that she doesn't look like a big ass party, she did here and I again had an ego when I was promoting it. Didn't want to get all the homies. I should have hit up him and got him involved. I should have hit up Junior, got him involved. But I was just like, I want to see how I do doing my own show. I got a unique line with Snow the Product because of Umpa. Got a great price and got a great price on the Fox. Came out of pocket. And I actually barely broke even. And I'm like, man, if I would have got Umpa involved, if I would have got Junior involved, this shit would have been sold out, you know, in Salinas. But again, and she still did it because she fucks with me. But she's like, bro, I usually don't do shows if it's not either at least like a little bit over half capacity or sold out. She's like, I wouldn't do this show, but you're the homie, so I'm gonna do this, you know. She's all, but I'm like, I need the footage, and I don't want anybody taking footage of this shit and being like, oh, this is like she had to have a whole talk with me. She called me personally, you know, and was like, bro, like I fuck with you, so I'm not gonna like, you know, fuck you over by not doing the show because I know this is your first show like in a long time. But like, you know, she's like, I'm not happy with, you know, that it's not like, you know, all the way sold out, bro. And but I was also at that time.
You know what, Salinas
I was also at that time like going through some shit too. Like
Salinas is a hard market. They only like the ghetto music.
Yeah, they do. Fucking ratchets.
Ghetto fabulous.
They brought Andre Nicotina out here and it didn't sell. It only sold like 20 tickets.
Yeah, that's
crazy, bro.
It's a little. It's got to be like the sweet spot. Like you had it right with like Beza.
Oh yeah,
like that was like the sweet spot because it was like young ratchet music. It was like right in the right time. That you know what I mean.
You know, man.
Actually, Beza hit everywhere I took him to, bro.
Yeah, at that time because it was a unique time. It was like the MySpace era, right?
It
was at the end of the MySpace era.
Around that era.
End of MySpace. But he hit everywhere I took him to, but he fucked up by going gangster. If he would have kept it pretty boy and lovey-dovey music, he would have been on top right now.
Yeah.
But once he went fucking gangsta, his numbers just went down, and he started going to jail and getting in trouble, and I think that fucked up his whole career.
I agree.
Somebody got in his head.
TPT 300 said, "You trying to get her Chewbacca Gambit?" Yeah. Jesse said, "Snow is like a feminazi." Man, listen. One thing that I don't care to hear about from fucking rappers is politics. You know what I mean? Leave that to the pundits and the podcasters. We don't care to hear it from like a rapper. Like I don't care to hear, you know, Nicki Minaj or fucking Meg Thee Stallion's perspective on global economics. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know what I mean? Just like I don't care. Like I kind of get it because she's in the whole lesbian pocket or whatever, and she's got to like stand up for all that shit. But she don't really care, and she don't really know. Yeah, she really does. She doesn't, and she doesn't know. And a lot of times when she be doing her rants, I fuck with her because that's the homegirl. But I don't. I'm just like, man. I wish I could talk to you just so I could tell you, hey, bro, just don't say that because you're pretty wrong with the things that you're saying right now.
Yeah.
But, it's all good, man. You got to let people just speak their minds sometimes. Diane said, I grind my own coffee and make it at home with my own spices. Wow, that's hella random. Shout out to you, though. It started in their family, right now. And it became a franchise. It's their business. She's still talking about franchises. If there's more than...
We're reading this hella late.
I know. If there's more than one restaurant is considered a franchise, more than two of them, it's no. It's a chain. Everything's a chain.
Didn't make the comment about bitterness. I don't know who did.
No, I wasn't talking to you when I started talking about bitterness. That was Cheech Marie that we're talking to.
But
yeah.
Let's wrap this up though, because
wrap it up like
it's 10:30 and I need to go to work at 7 in the morning.
Oh shit!
I gotta do another move.
Wrap that shit up.
Where are you moving tomorrow?
Tomorrow I think I'm doing Monterey.
Oh, that ain't too bad.
Monterey to San Jose or some shit.
That's not bad.
They're
on the live right now. Hey, bro, you gotta come move us to fucking San Jose tomorrow.
they just booked it right now at 9:30.
Fire.
For tomorrow morning.
Shit, yeah.
Damn. So you use a website for your bookings?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's dope.
OnlyFans. You could you could buy my nudes or book me for a move topless, whatever you want. But you ready to wrap it up? Or?
Yeah. Lucky Loosh, where can people find you?
Yes, sir. You can find me at IG 831_moneyrun. That's it, bro.
That's it.
Yo, my name's Gambit, a.k.a. Tequila Daddy, a.k.a. Coffee Poppy, a.k.a. Jose Rogan. You can find me on all social media, Gambit, Gambit. Please follow the Kick. I'll be going live a little bit later, probably around 11:30 p.m. West Coast time. I'm going to be playing a bunch of music. Drop your requests in the chat on there. It's kick.com/Treehouse Club. Please follow me on all social media. Follow the Treehouse Club live on Instagram. And hey, book your next move to your next city with my brother Umpa, man. Make sure you get that. Umpa asking for a happy ending, like he didn't cry after the last one. Hey, I don't know who Ling. You know what, Ling? We're gonna give you a mod in the chat. I don't even know who you are.
Don't do that.
I don't got no. I don't give no trolls, no mods. But that shit. Oh, I'm acting like
troll. That's a troll, bro.
Super troll.
But with Umpa's feet pic.
I know. Let me see the picture. Can you zoom in on that picture?
Yeah. Well, let me see.
That's my picture from Instagram.
That is moderated. I'm not gonna make him manage you, so I'll just give him a stand.
Out of it, bro.
You just Ling, you earned your mod on here.
Yeah, you
no way it
did.
is. Let me see here.
Oh shit. Yeah. What does it say? Free flock.
Yo, this is I'm showing the channel. Look at.
Oh shit, that's my foot.
This is his foot right here.
Damn. Oh shit.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Hell yeah. That is freaking hilarious, yo. Anyways, I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Again, we're going live in about 30 minutes to an hour on the Kick, and I'm gonna be playing a bunch of blappers all night. Not too late, but I'm definitely be playing some music tonight. This is our 9th episode. We're gonna celebrate next week. This is going to be our 10th episode. Pretty excited, having 10 consecutive episodes of doing podcasts with this dude. It's been a pleasure. Definitely one of my funnest podcasts that I do. Glad it's been a pleasure, my brother. Thank you.
Man.
You know what I mean? Thank you for sticking with it and really believing in it, man. But I appreciate it. My name's Gambit. Yo, Umpa, take us out.
Hey, so I'm the man of the hour, Umpa Knock Entertainment. You guys can find me on all social media, official Umpa Knock, UMPANOK. Thank you guys for watching us. Thank you guys for the support. Make sure you guys share this live. And see you guys next week, man. Let's Talk About It podcast. We out.
I love this song.